Hello again, and welcome to the Tutor Resource. I'm David, and today I'm going to be showing vendors how to edit a lesson and some of the things that we can do within the lesson editors. So in the last lesson, we learned what the course builder was and how to use it to create an outline for your course lessons. So let's start with our first one here. We hover over lesson 1, Saved by the Bell. We'll see a W. If you don't see this WordPress logo, it means you didn't save it yet. So make sure that this is saved down here. If it's still grayed out, just wait a second. It might turn blue for you. Alright, I'm going to go to the WordPress lesson editor and open that up. Alright, now that it's opening up for us, you'll see a couple things here. First thing you see is the title, and you see where it says Mark Complete. By default, this shows up, but we can remove it. We'd only want to leave it if there's a reason for your user to mark a lesson complete. Then it will show up as strike through and grayed out on the course list for them. This is useful really only for standalone courses that you are marketing to students, similar to when we talked making the course itself area, and we removed the lesson progress and the continue button because this particular one we're marketing towards teachers. Teachers are going to use the lesson multiple times. They're not going to want to mark it complete. It's just going to confuse them. So first thing we should do if we're just doing this for teachers is we're going to just remove it. So we can click on it or click on the area around it. You see these dots for the options, and we'll scroll down to remove lesson progression. There we go. Alright, so that's done. Let's take a look at the other stuff. So over here on our right hand side, under the gear icon, you'll see lesson and you'll see block. Click on lesson, scroll down. Let's do the same thing we did with the course, and let's give our URL slug a unique name and try to keep them so that they match for all of the ones you make. So in this case, I'm going to put TTE for Teachers Together English. Yours could be different. You could put your words. I'm going to take out the spaces, take out these dashes. This is TTE Saved by the Bell. Or you could just, if yours was John's lesson, we could just say JL. These are going to turn into lowercase JL. John's lessons dash unit 1 lesson 1 saved by the bell. You could abbreviate it, whatever you want, but just make sure that these are consistent so that your next one then would be unit 1 level lesson 2 L2, and that all of yours basically have that JL at the beginning, title of the lesson at the end, so that you can organize them better, and it just makes it better for search engine optimization. Alright, next thing we see down is our featured image. This should probably be unique to the lesson, but in this case I'm just going to choose one that we already used for my picture. But as you can see, I have meal times for the lesson I did on meal times, tech for kid one, and I try to keep them 1080 by 1080. You can easily create these quick and easily in Canva. And then I'll click set that featured image. And you can set an excerpt if you want. This will show up right underneath this area here, so we can say this is a lesson about the 90s TV show, or whatever you want. You don't even have to have an excerpt. If you don't, it'll just show the title here. And again, make sure allow comments are on so that people can comment about your lesson. And then we want to come up the lesson settings. It says pad and paper. I generally like to say to have it set as normal. If you have a long course with a lot of sections and a lot of lessons, for user experience, it might be best to set it for a sidebar, rather left or right. But you will want to make sure that this area here where it says lesson sidebar is set to course sidebar. That will pull up all of your lessons for the entire course for them, so they can access them directly from the sidebar if needed. But again, that's for something that has lots of stuff on there. It's easy to navigate that way. Otherwise, they will only be able to go back to the back one or next to the next one. All right. The rest of this, you can show or not show the feature image on this page. Then we'll skip the K. Don't need that. Go to the Y for the Yoast, and set your Facebook and your Twitter previews. This is a longer image, makes it easier and prettier when showing up on Facebook. So find an image that use an image that is a longer format, like 1920 by 1030 or 1200 by 630. It works really good. In this case, I'm just showing you what the image looks like, so you can see that it fills that area. Whatever title you put in here will show up also on that Facebook or Twitter post. So if somebody else shares it out or you share it out. All right, test course. Do the same thing to Twitter. All right, so those are those main settings on the side. Now let's put some content in here. So the toggle block insert, or this plus on the top left-hand corner, allows you to insert some information. Start with a little paragraph. Type in paragraph so I see it. I click on it. When you click on it, it'll go to the last place you were in. So it's right now at the bottom. That's okay. We can move it around in a minute. This lesson is about ... The student will learn ... Whatever you want to put onto that. Now it's movable. So I can click the up arrow to just drag to move it up a space. You can grab and drag it if you want to move it around that way as well. But I like to keep it up there. Keep these at the very bottom of my courses. These are the continues. The next thing is we need to insert your course. Most likely you created a lesson with PowerPoint, Google Slides, generally something. Hopefully it has an embed code, Canva, all these things that we can get the embed code. So if you did that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a new block this time. I want you to use HTML. This is the easiest way to use our embed code without any glitches. So there's a couple things we can do now. I'm going to go to one of my Google Slides. Saved by the Bell template. I'm going to open it. File. Publish to the web. We will click embed, not link. Link won't help us here. And then I'm going to change it to large. In this case, this one has already been published. Otherwise, publish, what you would do, click publish and OK. Now it gives me this code. Copy. Now that I have that code, I'll go back over and I'll put that into the HTML block. Preview. And now you can see the course. And it is clickable. It slides through everything. Alright. Easy peasy. Now we have our lesson. I'm going to click update. And you can sit on this while it updates, or you can go back and start working on the next one. I click on the prep class, which is our next one, and I'm going to click on the WordPress lesson editor. While that loads, I'm going to check, yes, this one's done updating, so I can close the tab. Alright, so now we're in my prep class one. I'm going to use this block inserter to insert in HTML. I'm going to delete that mark complete. I'm going to go up to the settings, double check, make sure that this is the same. I said JL-L1L2, level 1 lesson 2 dash prep class. If you want to insert your featured image, you can right here again, any excerpts, and you can see how that excerpt looks. Right, go over here, I'm going to check to make sure that it's the same as the last one. Left sidebar, course sidebar, and then I want to get some code. This one I'll show you a different one. I'm going to get code from one of my Gentilies. So here is my Gentily. I've got several of them here. I'm going to go to share. And then when you receive these icon right here where it has the greater than, less than with the divide sign in between, the slash in between, that's our inserter. That's how we get our code. I'm going to copy the script for that one. And I'm going to go back over to our lesson, paste it in, preview, and our Gentily pops up. Excellent. And it's all clickable, everything works. Good to go. Alright, I'm going to update that. And let's do a quick preview. See what it looks like. There we go. So as you can see, this one's here. We have our course outline on the side, or we can quickly click back and forth. People can access it. Make it full screen if they want to. You can exit out of the full screen. Go back to Saved by the Bell. Show this one. Again, they can make this one full screen. Click through it. All's good. Alright. So that's our introduction to embedding and the lesson editor. In future lessons, we'll look at other ways to make it more creative and add a lot more content to the lesson editor. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Till the next lesson, like and subscribe. See you next time.